Hi, this is Kiara Slaton, St. Thomas University, Summer 2, 2019, Sports Tourism Research Project. I chose to do my project on the Women's NCAA D1 Final Four marketing. The NCAA Final Four for many is the most exciting spectator event of the year for college basketball. While there's no Super Bowl, it draws crowds that travel from near and far to see who will go home with it all, or at least on the men's side. The women's Final Four, although it has some growth to do, it's a respectable size, but it still struggles to bring its crowd. It is a championship, though. You're looking at the best of the best. You know who's going to be number one. It is also the last game of the season. So looking at this picture, how many empty seats do you see? This is the women's Final Four in Tampa of 2019. I was actually at this event. And as you can see, we have a large gap here to the left. Here, right even on the floor, on both sides, we have some more. Now, it's not due to the place or the activity that's going on. Everybody knows that this is the last game of the season. And this was in beautiful Tampa, Florida. So the sports tourism trifecta was there for place and activity. But the people, where are they? Now, comparing this to the men's Final Four, which was in Minneapolis, Minnesota, how many empty seats do you see in this arena? We have those small gaps. And the one to the left looks like that may be where the band was sitting or something, because there are no people there. But then you have a small section to the right and in the top left corner. The factors that you may be comparing in arenas: the 2019 Women's Final Four was held in Tampa, Florida, in the Amelia Arena, and that holds about 20,500, whereas the men's Final Four was held in the U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which holds over 66,000 people. So what would you say the solution is? The solution is enhance the marketing. According to the study done at Marquette University in 2014, the top 3 areas to attack to increase women spectators is local arena attendance, which is getting people to the local schools, which will in turn increase the radio and TV time, which also brings their following up. So if those people do make it to the big dance, then their people are coming with them. Targeting the fans. Stop focusing on the fundamentals and sportsmanship and teamwork for women. Yeah, it's fun, but women play aggressive and hard and exciting just as well as the men do. So not making it such a dainty expedition and making it about the game. And then localization. Up the spirit. Make them want to travel and support. Summarizing it up, making the fans feel like they're missing out if they don't come. That means ensuring that the space, place, and environment is ready to withstand and entertain thousands that may show up for the event. So here on this screen, which one would you rather attend? We have Ready, Set, Dribble. And the dribble is for the Final Four, which is the men's event. It's a free event. It says bounce into action with the NCAA Final Four dribble presented by Buick. Youth ages 18 and under are invited to participate in the unique parade and free Final Four event, joining thousands of fans dribbling their way through the heart of downtown Atlanta. And then you have the bullet points of what you'll get. The first 3,000 participants will receive a t-shirt, a basketball, and free entry, plus a parent, to the fan zone, which is sponsored by Capital One. Now, you also have the women's. Let's get ready to bounce. Okay, same similar event. The event summary: hop, skip, and jump into women's Final Four action with the NCAA bounce presented by Buick. Youth ages 18 and under are invited to participate with this unique parade and free women's basketball event, joining thousands of fans dribbling their way through the streets of New Orleans into Tourney Town presented by Capital One, the official fan festival of 2019. The first 2,000 participants will receive a free basketball and t-shirt. So looking at these two ads alone, why did women have to add fluff and rah-rah instead of fierce and incentivizing and exclusivity? The men's, they bullet point the free things that you get. The women, you have to read the entire paragraph to see what's going on with that. Also, there's $1,000 participant entrance difference into the events. The women's bounce, okay, bounce could be a word that you put together with basketball, but dribble is definitely a word that you put in basketball. And these are just simple marketing email fundamentals that could be changed, that could increase someone wanting to participate in either of these events, more particularly for the women. So look at the official sponsors of all the NCAA champions. So all the championships are sponsored by these people. They have money and stakes in them. Most of them are represented at the men's Final Four, but why not the women? Let's look at it. It could be a value in lacking the fan base, and there could be sponsors don't feel like they're going to get a return on investment. There are many factors that could go into it. So here, looking at the Final Four for the women, their Tourney Town. This is their free event that goes right after the dribble or the parade. So you can see here it is a free fan fest. It's going on for 3 days. But the sad thing that I see here that I'd like to point out are there are only 5 corporate sponsors that are engaged in this event. And when you look at the attractions, you have the Beyond the Baseline Lounge. What is that? Is that a place that you're just going to come sit and hang out? Or you have the history of women's basketball. Again, that's not something exciting that people are flying thousands of miles to come and see. Now, sure, the autograph zone, that sounds really cool. The Capital One Center Court, that sounds like some cool stuff's going to go on there. The K Cancer Foundation, okay, that's bringing me down a little bit. The NCAA Sports Science and Statistics, okay, again, it sounds cool, but let's look at the men. Let's see what the men have going on their side. The first thing I notice is that they do not have a list of attractions. The men simply say, hey, we have the Fan Fest going on. We have 14 sponsors that have different booths going on here, and you got to come to find out what's actually going to be happening. I want to go to that. I feel like I'm missing out on this. Something else, they have a bistro with food. Also, this is not a free event. That means that I'm going to have to cough up some money to come and see what the hoopla is all about. Now, comparing the two, how could all-around marketing be better to help marginalize the gap of Fan Fest for the men and for the women? Mandate that equal sponsorship participation. So why, going back to that, maybe get some more sponsors participating in this, make it more exciting for that, and use the law of attractions to draw more crowds by having activities and leaving it up to the imagination. Maybe they take the attractions off and just, let them show up and see what's going to happen, very similar to the men. Something else that is glaring, you have on the left the men's Final Four ticket at $4.95, and on the right you have the women's Final Four ticket at $115. That is a drastic gap of $380 for the cheapest regular priced seats that are available today. That definitely is going to, I can tell you that the men sell out. The women, as you saw earlier in the pictures, the women still have space to go and grow, but that may be why the tickets are significantly cheaper. So let's look at the complete tourism aspect of the women's Final Four. Beyond attending the games and a few parties, there doesn't seem to be much for families coming in or fans to look forward to. Here on the site you see that there are 6 blocks of the most exciting things that's going to be going on beyond the game. So you have Tourney Town, which you saw 2 slides back. Beyond the Baseline, which is a free networking professional development activities and event. And what that entails is coaches, fans, ex-players, they may be coming to sit down and get some resume development and understanding what it takes to join the leagues of women athletics. Again, that's a great thing for people to see, but is that really what you're coming in town to do? Or are you coming in town to have fun, celebrate the end of the season, and enjoy basketball? Then you have a concert. One concert, it's a free concert, daily schedule. So that's not even a thing, it's just the schedule. The Final Four bounce, which we discussed earlier, and then the party on the plaza. There is a party. There's two parties that's open to the public. Let's see what's on the men's side. Now, on the men's side, there's a ton to keep the family and fans busy before and after games. We got the Final Four Fan Fest. Again, we've talked about that a couple of slides back, where you got to show up to see what's going on. Capital One card holders, there's an incentive. They get in free. Kids 12 and under get in free. Those 3,000 participants and their adult that participated in the dribble, they get in for free. And everybody else, you know what? You get to pay. Reese's Final Four Friday, the dome opens up so people can come and actually watch their favorite team practice. That's a big deal. Then we have the dribble, as we talked about. Again, daily event schedule, which is not an event, it's just a calendar to let people know what's going on. The March Madness Music Festival. So you're telling me there's a free 3-day festival with music where the women only had one concert? And then you also have the other championships, Division II and Division III championships. So there's a lot of stuff going on. If the women were able to get their events marketed better, drawing in more fans that could pay for bigger names, sponsors, and entertainment, the weekend could be a huge expansion of their patronage. Conclusively, marketing could increase the tourism aspect and turn the women's Final Four into just as big of an event as the men's over time. Their current schedule is a 3-day schedule with things to do and see that may or may not excite people. The men's schedule, on the other hand, is a 4-day weekend that has things to keep their audience engaged and coming back for years to come. In conclusion, better marketing would increase patronage for the women and the tourism, which would increase the revenue, sponsorship, and overall better experience for those in attendance. Marketing could change the game for the women's NCAA tournament forever. This is Kiara Slaton, 2019. Thank you.